Alright, this is a tutorial for Tinker's Construct. We are currently in the WinterSons Pixelmon Plus server. You can check it out on wintersonsclan.com. Alright, we're going to dive right into this. First up, if you want to get started into this, you're going to need this little object over here. Oops, I dropped it. Called a seared brick. And this is how you first get it. You go over here. You won't have this option obviously, but you'll need to get this guy first. You'll need a couple of these, so we're just going to pick up 64 of them. And how to make them, let's see. Actually, yes, seared brick. I click on that, and look, I need grout. I need grout in any type of furnace. I don't think you want to be putting it in this furnace, but you can. So you're going to need grout, which is made up of gravel, clay, and sand. That's the basic one. If you want 8 at a time, you get the blocks of it, whichever you prefer, or you get 2 out of this. So that's up to you. And then you just chuck it in there. So what we're going to do is going to get some grout, just for shits and giggles, so that you can see that the stuff actually works the way. And it's cooking. And while it's cooking, we're going to create our bricks. So our bricks, I believe, were like this, yeah. So they're just in little 4 square, and then you make seared bricks. From the seared bricks, you have multiple options of making things, but we're going to be more concerned about the bricks themselves this time. You, at your own house, you can make it however you wish. We're going to be making just a basic 3x3 area for ours. So you need a 3x3 area, and I'm just showing you here so that you don't think that there's anything else that you have to do. So I believe you can leave these areas open down here. You don't have to actually put a block there, and we're going to place a block right there. Alright. So this is kind of a super fucking basic thing for your smeltery that you will be creating, and smelteries can be incredibly tall. We prefer that you don't use the glass as much, but if you want to, it's cool. Anyway, onward. What we're going to be needing is one of these, a seared tank and a smeltery controller. So controller, smeltery controller. Don't use the seared furnace controller, that's the incorrect one, and this one is also the incorrect one, although part of the same mod. So what you're going to do is plop this down and plop a tank down, and that animation right there signifies your thing, your furnace, or not furnace, yeah, your smeltery is ready to be used. What we're going to do now is we're going to pop some metals into that. So let's just grab some ores. Wow, I can't type R for some reason, it keeps freaking out. Anyway, most ores can be melted. I don't know about diamond, but we're just gonna get a stack of gold, show you how this works, and we're just gonna plop in 9 gold. As you can see, I only have 9 spaces, but that's because I only have this little area and only 9 fit in there. So as you notice, it's on in these little things, not enough heat to melt this item, and well, that's because we do need lava. So actually, I think I got an infinite bucket. So you just come on over to your smeltery and fill it with lava. And as you can see, that's your fuel, and the heat is going up. And soon your gold blocks will turn into a liquid form that you can later on spit out. And just to show you this, we're going to get some seared glass. Wait, what? Seared window retains it. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, some seared windows. And we have to shift click these guys because they're actual objects. So after you get done with your first layers, I think you can make it out of mostly whatever you wish. But, oh wait, I didn't gain extra layers? What is that about? Maybe the seared glass is just straight up decoration. Maybe I needed the other one. Oh, that's a seared window. Whoops. Seared gauge? No. Here we go. Maybe this one will work. If not, then I gotta use the tanks or whatever that was. The gauge. And And to get a layer, I believe you have to complete one all the way around at least. Yep, see? So now we have extra space, we have an extra 9. These things can become really tall, really wide, as long as they fall within the, I believe a 3x3 is big enough for them. If you do jump into these, you can die. I would be very careful about that. Also, you can get blood from them with, don't know why you would need blood, but you know, it's up to you. As you can see in here, we have our molten gold now. Well, let's see. I want to put some iron in here. So I'm going to throw some iron in here. See the blocks go in. I'm going to wait a little bit, and we're going to build this up another layer so we can actually see some liquids. I would suggest being very careful when you use your smelter. It has been known in the past. Oh shit. Actually, I already messed up once. It's actually fine. We can fix this with alright. So we're gonna need some faucets. we can fix it with another layer. So if you don't put, what is it called? Drains. There it is. If you don't put drains on your smelter, you can't collect anything. So you know what? F that. We're just gonna put them down here because I really don't want to go up there. So these drains are just pretty much the areas of what you can put faucets on, which, you know, let the liquids out. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we still got our gold in there. Yep, there it is, and I guess it spit out my iron, so iron's going back in. Alright, from here, we need some tables and stuff. So we have a casting table here, and we have a casting basin. Alright, now these two objects work differently. Those ones that I just placed were the casting basins. They produce only blocks, like a full iron block or a full gold block, and they only do full blocks. So if you don't have enough, then the liquid will stay in there heated until you come up with enough to make it a full block. These, on the other hand, are very important. Actually, yeah, I should have put more gold in there. Those that I just placed in there are actually where you cast all your cool tools and everything. As you see, now the iron is done and it's a nice blood red. In here, again, this is how you change your the liquid that's going to come out. The one at the bottom is always going to be the one that comes out. So I want iron to be the bottom. See, now gold floated to the top, and now I'm using iron. So as you notice, I just clicked on that, nothing happened. What we need is a stencil or a mold. What the heck? Oh, those are interesting molds. Anyway, let's disregard that. I think it's called cast. There we go. Alright. Here we have a whole bunch of different casts. There's gear cast, there's binding cast, all these crazy casts. And they come in a couple different varieties. You can also make your cast out of other things like aluminum, brass, and I forget what the other metal is, but gold is the main one. Why? Because it's easy to get to. Alright, and gold doesn't have a lot of things useful for it. So we have I think a pickaxe in there. We're just gonna go ahead and fill that up by right clicking that, and as you can see, it filled up. Same thing will happen over here with the casting basin if you don't have enough. Remember, I was saying that it'll take your, well, it won't take it, it'll just hold it in a liquid form. The same thing will happen over here. So I got my iron pickaxe head, which means that I can now create a tool with this if I wish. But where do I do that? All right. Well, here come these tables that we need to talk about. So this is just a basic crafting station. We got a tool station, a part builder, a tool forge, and a stencil table. Alright, so in order from basic to what you actually need, this is just literally, it's just a crafting table. But I believe, was it this one? Let's see, there's a trap chest. I believe that, oops. Yes, alright, so this crafting station, you can put a chest next to it and it'll hold your items for you. So you don't have to keep coming back to a certain area and whatnot. Anyway, so this is basically just a crafting grid, regular old Minecraft crafting grid, but with the upgrade of having that. Next up is our stencil table, something that we really need, and we need something called patterns. So these are patterns, and if I just get one out of here, actually, let's get a whole bunch, fuck that. And just so that you know the stuff to get patterns, pattern. Alright, this is how you create a pattern. Any type of wood and 2 sticks in that shape, and you're golden. Alright, so you bring your stencils to here, and then, what do you want? You want that? You click that. You want that? You click on that, and keep going and whatnot. And it looks like you can access the crafting table from here. I think that's a new thing, which is pretty cool actually, so you don't have to get off the table, go next to the door, shit like that. These are just a whole bunch of different patterns and whatnot that I'm spitting out so that you can see that you don't really need anything for these. Anyway, next up is not the tool forge, it is the part builder. Oh cool, they keep the items now. On the part builder, this is where you put your pattern in, and then you put a type of material that is not metallic, I believe. So the cheapest way to do things and to get started is using cobblestone. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop that in, cobblestone, and as you can see, that's fucking awesome. As you can see, I have a stone tool, tough rod binding, or tough binding. So the next part is the tool station. And in the tool station, we can see that we have specific recipes that, require different things. So I need an axe head, which did I destroy it? I have. And remember, not all these parts have to be made out of the same materials to work. They only have to be made properly, because there are certain objects that are similar. Like right here, this is a tough tool rod pattern, and this is a tool rod pattern, so be careful when making objects and just assuming things. So right here says tool rod, sword blade, and a cross guard. That's what I need for that, but we're not gonna make that. We're gonna make the pickaxe. So I need a pickaxe, a binding, and a tool rod. So since I just need a basic tool rod, I'm just gonna go and pop that in there, and whoops, there was already one in, and now I got a tool rod. Alright. Now from here, I want to pop all these into my... Wait, did I mess that up? Yeah, I did. Let's see, I'm gonna keep that there, and I need like the little guy. Like, remember what I was just saying about getting the wrong one? Well, there's a little guy. There's a little X and a big X. Come back over here. I mean. And we're gonna pop the little X here in my little pattern, and I'm gonna get this. Alright, now from here, I'm gonna, wow, you have to click on the thing again. Alright, bam, and as you can see, now I have an iron pickaxe. It has a magnetic too, and it says it's cheap. Wow, it can actually, oh wait, I think, alright, never mind. I'm not amazed by the diamond mining level. But as you can see, now I have an iron pickaxe, which is a little bit better than your normal pickaxe. I would use it, but I'm in creative. So the tool station makes basic items. So you got your frying pan, your rapier, your hatchet, etc. Alright, the one that everybody should be after is the tool forge. The reason you won't get it right away, should be the reason you don't get it right away, is because I believe it requires 4 iron blocks. So, that's a lot of iron for the beginning. So what you want to do is do that, and then get to this level, the tool forge, and now as you can see you have access to more things, which is exactly where you want to be. This in particular is one of the most powerful tools. Even at its low ranks, it's incredibly powerful. So you'll after you make your first hammer out of stone and start using it, you can come back and repair it with stone, which makes the stone ones really great for the beginning, because they're so cheap to repair. But then you're gonna start to want to use metals in your creations, so that they're stronger, they do more things for you. You can enchant them. In fact, let's get the book out. Let's put this stuff away. This is just my testing room. Don't think that this is like the main areas. This is just a quick testing room, and I'm gonna hit E. What did I want? Oh my god, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Anyway, let's just grab a hammer real quick, and I'll show you what they do. So the main two that you want right away, I'll just grab a shit stone hammer. The main two you want right away is the hammer and the lumber axe. And as you can see, why you want the hammer, it hits a nice 1x3x3, and it makes mining incredibly easy. Well, you can upgrade these things through various metals, how you make them. I believe if you use paper on some of them, they get extra slots so that you can add more, like, I don't know, enchants, I guess is the word that they should use, or upgrades. So let's go ahead and grab the book and get some materials in you. Here it is. So this used to be a whole bunch of books, and now it is now one book. All you have to do is right click it. You spawn with this book, by the way. So try not to lose it. So here, I believe this is a girl. They have put in all the stuff that you need to know about Tinker's Construct, and all the information can be found in here, or if you use your just enough items that comes with the mod pack, you can just type in some of the things that you wish to know about it. So you can even type in wow, really? One? Huh, that's interesting. So like hammer or axe. So we got a lumber axe, and apparently just enough items isn't working with some of the items. That's interesting. Yep. Anyway, it works. It works on all these other ones, but not these. All right, cool. So it works on the casting and whatnot. But so this is how you do stuff. Oh, I almost forgot. Holy crap! Remember I made that object. Let's see. Yeah, fuck it. All right. Well, so we got this little stone binding, right? Almost forgot to show you how to cast. You bring it on over to the casting table, and as you can see, my gold's still at the top and my iron's at the bottom. Well, I can't cast in iron, so I gotta come over here, switch over to gold, and then hit the cast. And I believe we use gold mainly. One, it's kind of cheap because, you know, again, we don't use gold for much, and two, the hell does it burn it now? No way, that's pretty cool. Now it burns the little piece instead of you having to hold it. That's awesome. And two, the gold molds are permanent, so you don't ever have to build them again unless you lose them. So that's why we use the gold. And I would suggest you two do. You do too. Ow. Anyway, on to the next part of Tinker's Construct. So if you notice, we have some stencils of like bowstrings, right? Well, bowstrings don't use cobblestone, as you noticed. So bowstrings use, I think, you got slime string. So these are all the bowstrings that you can use. This one's hemp. That one you could get from the industrial, or not industrial, the immersive engineering. Anyway, you pop in a string or one of those other types of strings that I don't know how to make. Pop in a string, and that's how you get your bowstring from this. Here's also another one called a fletching pattern. Now fletchings use leaves. I don't know if they use all leaves though, so I might want to be worried about that. But they also use the Tinker Construct leaves. So wow, levers. All these slime leaves, I believe they add different things onto your fletchings. So as you can see, that one actually didn't. Interesting. Oh, it's because I need more of the leaf. So let's leave. There we go. Alright. There we go. Much better. So you can see a modifier of 1.2. And it has an accuracy of 80. Look, and it tells you now. That's actually really cool compared to the last time I played this mod. Now this one, 1.5 modifier with an accuracy of 50. Alright. So you're gonna wanna, you know, go out in the world and build the best items that you wish. Anything else about Tinker's Construct? Well, let's take a peek at the actual tab. So here, just a whole bunch of those, oh yeah, those islands in the sky and these trees. That's how you get some of that stuff. And magma slime. I hear the magma tools are pretty OP, which I'm probably going to build when I start playing. Here's all of your smeltery items. And it looks like you can make them out of clay as well. So be wary of that. If you have some hard clay around, go ahead and use it. Here's a whole bunch of items, and here's some sharpening kits, which I don't know what they do because I haven't not used them yet. I like how this paper sharpening kit is a paper airplane. Here's a whole list of the items. I don't really know if the signs work now. I believe they're just to hit people with, honestly, because I don't think they work as actual signs. Anything else? Let's see. Here's all the tool parts, all the stupid little faces. Here are all the actual tools assembled. This is for like hitting massive areas of grass. This is for taking out whole trees. Oh yes, lumber axe takes out whole trees in one hit, unless like 2 trees or a whole bunch of trees are grown together. Then it has a little bit of issues, and sometimes it doesn't always get the entire tree, but it gets the majority. That hits on a 3x3x1. This also hits in a 3x3x1, except only dirt, gravel, sand, any of those weaker things. Rapiers, I believe, are faster. Frying pans, never used. The bows, I don't know if they're any good. I remember I always liked the crossbows over the bows, but we'll see what happened in this mod. I've heard from a few of our members that the shuriken are actually pretty badass, and you can actually regrow shuriken with by adding moss to your weapons. So definitely look into that. And let's see in here, we got some glass that Tinker's offers. The book. Always remember the book. Actually, you know what? Let's see how to make the book. There we go. So oh, okay. So it's a blank pattern, which we already learned how to make, and the book, and just a regular book. That's how you make your book for Tinker's Construct. In case you lose yours. Tinker's comes with some magma slime crystals and some blue and all these other crystals. Pretty cool stuff. You can make different types of food, which you can sell on the market. Different types of blocks. Let's see, anything else? Nope. That looks about it, everybody. Besides all these building blocks, have fun with this. You can make incredibly powerful armor if you wish, and become one of the more dominant PvP players on the server if you're able to. But remember, somebody can come around, kill you, and take your awesome weapons. So be careful. Anyway, that'll be me. Oh, oops. Oh look, our sewer bricks are done. Wasn't even really paying attention. Sorry. If there's anything else, any other questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and feel free to join our servers. Go to WinterSonsClan.com to learn how to install our mod pack, or just click on this channel and look for the video. That'll be it. Y'all have a great day. Goodbye.